Hello, everybody. Welcome to another edition of AEW Weekly Wrap Up. I am your host, Ethan Black. Today, we're going to talk about the shows from this past week, April 17th through this week, and give you a preview of tomorrow's Rampage and also next week's shows. Also, some Ring of Honor. But before we get to the reviews, we're just going to drop some quick news. It's not really much. They have Orange Cassidy retain his international against Gabriel Kidd at New Japan Pro Wrestling's Collision in Philadelphia on this past Sunday. That match was actually really good. I recommend checking that out. But that was really good. I'm not talking like the CM Punk news and stuff. That's just rumors, but just wrestling. Basically, where other wrestlers wrestle promotions. But yeah, Orange Cassidy in the international against Gabriel Kidd at that New Japan show. Now we'll go right into our shows. So we'll start with Dark Elevation Monday, April 17th. So this was taped back on April 5th. So they taped 8 matches, so they did for the last few weeks. This week and last week, sorry. So here's the rest of them. So we kick it off with Mikey Ito going with Ashley DuBois. I do apologize, I butchered her last name right. So Masters with a lock up, then Ashley delivers back elbow. Mikey Ito responds with short tag, gives her fired up, then sends Ashley crashing in the top turnbuckle face first. She raises some right hands and falls with a DDT. Sets her for a hip up, but Ashley rolls out of the way and hits a leg lariat. Delivers a knee and a drop kick. Ito managed to deliver her signature hip butt, locks in a modified single leg Boston Crab. Ashley tries to escape, but Ito locks in the Ito Deluxe for the submission win at 3 minutes and 11 seconds. Fun little match here. I give this one 5 out of 10. Then our second match with Trios action, we got Jericho Appreciation Society's Jake Hager, Matt Menard, and Angelo Parker. Lucas Jack, Tomlinson, Mike Magnum, and Zach Clayton. So Menard delivers a kick to Tomlinson's leg. Falls with a back up with a whips Thompson into the corner, races some right hands. Angelo Parker, Mike Magnum tagging. Parker brags about his hair before Magnum hits a snap mirror. Parker responds with a forearm and a single leg draw kick. Tomlinson, Jake Hager tagging. Magnum and Tomlinson look to double suplex, but Hager catches both with a suplex. Zach Clayton gets in the ring and stares down Hager, but turns around hits a clothesline to his teammates, a double clothesline both teammates. He leaves ringside. Hager hits power slam. Menard takes him and Parker hit Tomlinson with the double DDT for the win at 3 minutes and 1 second. I give this one 4 out of 10 just because JAS. So make them heading their trios match against the acclaimed Bill Gunn on Dynamite. Then our third match of the show, we have Hardy Party, Matt Hardy and Isaiah Cassidy go against Bobby Lashley with Brett Gosselin in some tag team action. So Cassidy and Bobby Lashley long match started. Cassidy hits a drop and takes Matt Hardy. Hardy hits an elbow off the middle rope as Cassidy holds Orlando in place and takes Cassidy back in. Cassidy catches an interfering Brett Gosselin with a stunner, then sets his face bounce off turnbuckle, then sends him to the outside. He ranks his right hands on Bobby Orlando in the corner, falls with a clothesline, but Orlando fires back with a knee, sends Cassidy into the corner, so Gosselin takes and Cassidy catches with a boot. Hardy takes and executes the 3 phases of deletion. Orlando tries to interfere, but Hardy hits him with a side effect. He takes Cassidy back, and Cassidy hits splash up the back of Hardy. Hardy hits Twisted Fate. Cassidy falls out with the Swanton Bomb for the win at 2 minutes and 42 seconds. This was okay. I give this one 4 out of 10. Then our main event, Emi Sakura goes well with Basuki, who was wrestling Tokyo Joshi Pro Wrestling. She's currently the Princess of Princess Champion and the Princess Tag Team Champions. So Emi Sakura sends Basuki crashing in the mat that ranks his right hands, then falls with a few chops. She chops Basuki across the ring and walks a bow and arrow before releasing and executes another chop. Basuki hits a tiaras and pins Sakura, but Sakura kicks out. Basuki hits a crossbow out the middle and a senton. Then they end up on the outside where Sakura hits towards a backbreaker and a couple of chops. She looks for a running crossbody, but Basuki ducks it away and Sakura collides with the ring steps. Basuki comes off the top rope and hits a double stomp to the floor, which was a crazy bump. Toss Sakura back in the ring. She just gets a crossbody for which she calls the Warblish Candy. It's that move is I'm impressed by that move. I've been watching Tokyo Joshi for a year now, but that move is always impressive. Sakura then needs to drop the hole, goes for a cover. Only got a 2 count. She sets up Mitsuki for the butterfly backbreaker. When Mitsuki rolls her up, Sakura reverses it and gets the win at 3 minutes and 26 seconds. This actually was a fun match for a 3.5 minute match. I give this one 7 out of 10. Overall, probably 4 matches, like 25, half an hour around there. It's a quick watch. I give it 6 out of 10. I just should check out the main event. Honestly, that's the only match I recommend checking out. But that was Dark Elevation. Now we will go to Dark in a second. Sorry, just trying to get my notes up for Dark here. Just 1 sec. There we go. So Dark for Tuesday, April 18th. So we kick it off with Juice Ross and go up Pat Buck. Masters with a lock up. They go back for submission holds before Juice sends Puck into the corner, goes short of the midsection. Pat rolls up Juice, but Juice kicks out and rolls outside for a breather. He drags Pat Buck out to join him and sends him into the ring apron. He delivers a body slam, sends it back to the ring where Juice hits a delayed vertical suplex, fires his right hand. Buck responds for a suplex then falls on a manhandle, dropping a power slam. Juice executes back body drop and a pair of chops to the back heel kick, followed by the Juice is still loose for the win at 6 minutes and 8 seconds. This was actually a fun little opener. I give this one 6 out of 10. In our second match, we got some tag team match. We got the Renegades, Robin and Charlotte, go against Brittany J and Kai Dream. So Charlotte delivers the thrust press to Brittany J. Reigns has the right hands and few shores to the midsection. Then she falls up on a clothesline. Robin Renegade takes in and Charlotte sends her crash top Brittany. Charlotte takes back in, delivers a kick to the side Brittany's head, but Brittany fires back with a stunner and takes in Kai Dream. Robin tags in, Dream hits a drop kick. Robin hits a shotgun drug before Charlotte takes it, and the Renegade hit a spine buster sling blade combination for the win at 2 minutes and 46 seconds. I give this one 4 out of 10. Then our third match, we got Cole Carter going with Hunter James. So the match starts with a lockup. Then Cole Carter delivers short out with a lariat. Right hand to Hunter James' spine, falls with a stomp. James fires back with a jawbreaker. Carter executes a drop kick, spine buster, and then a modified DDT for the quick win at 2 minutes and 20 seconds. This was okay. I give this one 5 out of 10. Then more tag team match. This up is the Iron Savages of Bronson and Boulder. Go get Sonny Kiss and GSK of the Trustbusters. So Bronson GSK log starts this match off. Then Bronson the flyweight slam for GSK hits a super kick to send Bronson out of the ring, followed with a tope suicida. He tosses K back inside, hits a frog splash off the top rope. Sonny Kiss takes in, delivers a stomp, then slaps Bronson. Bronson responds with elbow drop, followed by back body drop, draw kick to Boulder, that sends Crash to the floor. Sonny Kiss takes in K, and Bronson catches him with a back elbow. K fires back with a D, takes back and Kiss. Kiss whips, Sonny whips K into Bronson and looks to roll up Bronson, but Bronson blocks him for doing so. GSK charges at Bronson, but Bronson catches him and hits a power draw on top of Sonny Kiss. That looked like that was painful. Boulder takes in at the double close onto the Trustbusters and looks for a double choke slam, but the Trustbusters escape. They run the ropes, but Boulder catches them both with a double flatliner. Then he sends to the top rope, looks for a moment of like Sonny moves out of the way, hits a scorpion kick. Trustbusters hit a double suplex. They go for the cover on Boulder, but Bronson comes and breaks it up. Kit looks for a back handspring, but Boulder blocks it and gets Sonny on his shoulders. Slim J try causes distraction, but James and Ryan loves them and would slow Boulder hit a slam power slam combo to the Trustbusters. Then takes in Bronson. Bronson sends to the middle as Boulder attacks the Trustbusters. Boulder sets Bronson on his shoulders and then plants it on top of the Trustbusters like an electric chair splash combination for the win at 5 minutes and 38 seconds. This was actually a fun little tag team match. I give this one 6 out of 10. Then we got Maria Shavir going with Dream Girl Ellie. Maria Shavir does a hip toss and whips Dream Girl into the corner. Ellie responds with a short to the midsection. Drop to hold, looks for a lariat. Shavir dodges it and locks in a submission hold. Ellie fights her away, but Shavir delivers kicks her head, falls with a side leg, and then locks in Greedy for the submission win at 2 minutes and 35 seconds. I give this one 3 out of 10. Then our sixth match, we got Joel, where Hugo gets Ariel Levy and Jared Diaz. Match starts with a lockup. Then Jordan Deville does a kick to Ariel's leg, then falls over the suplex. Jared Diaz takes it, Diaz crashes in the corner, then takes it Raju. Raju delivers a leaping DDT, but Diaz catches with an elbow, takes in Levi. Levi delivers a draw kick, then stumps and delivers a running knee. Raju responds with a twisted neck breaker and a fisherman's suplex, goes for a card, but Diaz breaks the fall, and Joel walls over with a super kick. Raju hits a jumping knee to Levi, and Joel hits the big boot to score the win at 2 minutes and 16 seconds. I give this one 5 out of 10. Then our seventh and final match of the show, the main event, Christopher Daniels go in Helgo, so they go back and forth submission holds. Daniels has a short down arm drag, then falls over a leg lariat and a chop. And Helgo executes a chop toe hold. This is Daniels face first in the middle, turnbuckle fires to rights and lefts. Locks that calf submission, but Daniels gets to the bottom rope, so he has to break up the hold. And Helgo hits the back suplex for Daniels, sits in Helgo top turnbuckle, and there was an uppercut, then he hits a modified Akano cleanse him up the top and hit the modified Uranagi. And Hulk responds to a series of kicks and right hands, but Daniels just comes back, hits the Angel's wings to score the victory at 6 minutes and 16 seconds. This was actually a fun little main event. I give this one a 7 out of 10. Overall, not a bad episode of Dark. I give this one 5 out of 10 overall score. Honestly, I just say I check out the Juice Bad Puck match, the Our Sergeant for Trustbusters match, and then the main. That's the only 3 I recommend checking out. But that is AEW Dark. Now we will go to Dynamite from April 19th. So we kick it off with Jack Perry. He makes his way down the ring, and before he can say anything, we hear the music of Sammy Guevara. And as soon as he grabs the microphone and goes to talk, he gets interrupted by Darby Allin. Darby says out of the pillars, he's known Sammy the longest and likes him the most, but he's the least qualified to fight for the AEW World title. Darby says him and Sting consider themselves equals, and it's called the Sting Appreciation Society. He tells me he thinks Chris Jericho is holding him back, and if they have a problem with him, they could talk it out. Then Darby moves on to Perry, anyone calls him nowadays, and says Perry was handpicked as part of his California clique. Darby says he was jealous of Perry at first, but once he saw all about nothing intimidate him. Perry mentions all the kids here in Darby's face paint. It makes him wonder if they knew what Darby was like being antisocial, unfriendly, rude to everybody in the back. Perry says this is even Allen's first choice. Ezekiel came here because he didn't make it as a professional skateboarder. So Jungle Boy moves on the same. Guevara. It says what you see is what you get in respect to this little scumbag piece of shit. Excuse me. Guevara says Perry hates MJF so much, but he's just like him, calls him and MJF the golden children of AEW. Guevara brings up Double or Nothing, where he wrestled on the pre-show. Darby was even on the show, and MJF and Jungle Boy were sharing the ring with the legendary Bret Hart, the WWE Hall of Famer. At the last pay-per-view, which was Revolution, it was still MJF and Jungle Boy. Guevara then thanked Darby for giving him hope in this place by losing all his matches and became the first pillar to win a championship here. Guevara saw Darby become TNT champion. He said he would do it, but he did it better as he won it 3 times. Perry cuts in and says he will become the new AEW World Champion, do it for every single person who supported him since day one. And then as soon as he said that, this promotes the World Champion MJF to come out. MJF says he doesn't care what Pittsburgh thinks, especially if they think Britt Baker's talented, and says he's blushing by the latest fight over in the ring. MJF brings up talk with Tony Khan and said there would be a 4 pillars tournament with the winner of that will face him for the AEW World title at Double or Nothing. So a first round or something, whatever you want to call it. Someone's getting the bye, so he asks for a hat with all their names on it. So while the backstage people come out and bring it out, he pulls a name. It's Darby Allin. So the tournament match will be Jungle Boy Jack Perry for Sammy Guevara. They were going to wait till next week, but that is actually happening later in the show. So the winner of that match will be Darby Allin next week. So we go to our opening match. We got a tag team action. We got Women's Champion Jimmy Hayter team with Pittsburgh's own Britt Baker go against Ruby Soho and Toni Storm are the Outcasts. So Hayter and the Outcasts brawl on the ramp, and then Hayter and Toni Storm get in the ring, starts this match up, and Hayter stays in control, taking both out. Then chases her around outside the ring as Storm to try to Ruby Soho attacks her on the apron, who gets knocked off the apron by a hip attack from Storm. Britt Baker joins him but gets stopped short of doing a Pamela Sunrise on the floor. Soho gets in the faces of Britt Baker's family. As we go to picture-in-picture break, we come back for that picture-in-picture. Britt gets a hot take, goes after the Outcast. Baker pulls out her black glove, but Soho distracts her as Storm hits her with a German suplex. Baker reverses Storm's 0 attempt and hits an air raid crash for a 2 count. Baker and Hayter double team Storm with elbow strikes and keep double teaming her until Soho breaks in a pen attempt. The Outcast take over, attacking Baker in the corner. As the referee says, look is right, nails Baker with the softest women's title shot I've seen in my life. Then falls with a Storm 0, but Baker still kicks out 2.5. So Ruby and Britt hit to the top rope. Baker tosses her up the top rope and then hit the Pamela Sunrise, paying homage to her boyfriend Adam Cole. Only got a 2 count. Baker followed with a stomp, takes Storm over the apron, but kicks out 2, so she locks in the lockjaw for the submission win. 9 minutes and 37 seconds. Actually, not a bad opening match. This is a rare time where the women actually open Dynamite. Mostly they're like before the main event or middle of the show. But it gives one 6 out of 10. So we go backstage. We see Renee Paquette is what the number one different TNT title Wardlow. As if he hasn't had a different approach with the match tonight. Wardlow tells me he had a horseman, wants something to keep the playing fields even. introduces another horseman to help out as Arn Anderson walks in the picture. Arn brings up all the things QTV has done to him, being kid stuff, and now he took his TNT title, and that's where if you want to start a group like the Four Horsemen, because that wakes people up. Arn's is starting tonight. They're going to start playing chess. And they close that segment. Then we got the Elite making their way down in the ring. So Kenny Omega's on the microphone and talks about the Blackpool Combat Club making these last couple weeks the worst of his life. He's been trouble sleeping at night with the image of seeing the screwdriver in the top turnbuckle. He wishes he would have taken that screwdriver and plugged it in John Moxley's face. So Omega extends an invitation to the BCC, calls them to squash the beef once for all. Then all of a sudden we see Bryan Danielson pops up on the screen from backstage, starts talking about how they got mic time and wasting time. So as this has happened, the rest of the Blackpool Combat Clubs bring our World Champ Claudio Castagnoli, Wheeler and John Moxley show up from behind. So we get a big brawl in and out of the ring, including a diving into the crowd. Matt Jackson starts hitting Nordic suplex on the outside of the way to Yuta. As Moxley starts choking out Kenny Omega. So inside the ring, Yuta goes after the injured bicep of Matt Jackson with the Ring of World title. As Claudio Castagnoli takes on Nick Jackson with a gut-wrench powerbomb. And then Moxley hits Omega with the Death Rider. Danielson makes his way up to the ring, calls Daly a bunch of amateurs. All of a sudden we see Don Callis makes his way with a steel chair, but Danielson stops him. That's what he's doing. So Callis runs to the back after drops the chair. Danielson pulls out a screwdriver as the rest of the Blackpool is holding Omega down. All of a sudden, Callis comes back. This time he's got Konesuke Takeshita with him. Sends him the ring help with the Elite. So they clean the ring in the Blackpool Cup. Staying as Takeshita takes out everybody, except for Bryan Danielson, because that's his mentor. And Hero, as Takeshita stands with Callis and the Elite. Honestly, that was a great segment. We're probably getting that at Double or Nothing. This is probably going to be Anarchy in the Arena / Blood and Guts or whatever the order is going to be, but I can't wait. Here we are, second match of the show for the TNT title. Powerhouse Hobbs defends against Wardlow. Wardlow goes out to Powerhouse Hobbs, starve into the corner, but Hobbs comes back with 3 belly-to-back suplexes. They start brawling the outside as Hobbs gets whipped into the barricade and clothesline into the crowd. So they're brawling inside the Pittsburgh crowd for a bit as Hobbs reverses a powerbomb attempt we go to pitcher. We come back from the break. Wardlow knocks Hobbs over the top rope, hits a swanton bomb. Then they start going back for some blows. Wardlow hits a pair of German suplexes. They go back for a bit till Wardlow headbutts Hobbs down. Harley Cameron gets on the apron of Arn Anderson. As we see QT Marshall runs to hit a diamond cutter on Wardlow, but Hobbs goes for the cover, but Wardlow manages to kick out. So QT comes inside the ring, starts getting it with the referee, but Arn Anderson comes and does the Glock motion, which QT gets out of the ring, but he got stopped by Winhive. Other end World Tag Champion Pentagon Jr. on the ramp, and he got taken with a super kick. So we'll go back inside the ring. Wardlow takes control, hits 2 powerbombs, fans chant for one more. So he does it. He hits the last one, and that third one gets him the win at 9 minutes and 12 seconds. So Wardlow is your now officially a 3-time TNT champion. This match was okay. Sucks that Powerhouse Hobbs had to lose the title. And Wardlow comes the third TNT champ for the third time, but I give this one 5 out of 10. Now let's see if Wardlow could actually make this title meaningful. After the match, as Wardlow was being awarded the TNT title, he gets interrupted with the returning Christian Cage of Luchasaurus as a stare down, so it looks like we get our first challenger for the TNT title. Then we go backstage. Renee Paquette is with Sammy Guevara, but before he gets anything, MJF interrupts. MJF says they got on the wrong foot since the Inner Circle days, but Guevara just tells him to get to the point. So MJF says they had agreement on both of them and offers a guaranteed spot in the main event of Double or Nothing against him. And all of Guevara has to just lay down. So Sammy cuts him off, says he's going to beat Jack Perry later in the show, then Darby next week, then MJF and Double or Nothing. MJF says he thinks Guevara is better than both Jungle Boy and Darby Allin, but the chance of being 3 pillars are slim to none. So he offers a blank check with Guevara's name on it and tells him to put any number on it. MJF's taken back by the price, and Guevara puts down but agrees to it, and then they hug. Close that segment. Our third match of the show, Jay White goes one-on-one with Commander. Jay White's AEW in-ring debut, becoming a ring by his fellow Bolo Club Gold member Juice Robinson. So White goes on the attack for Commander, takes her, starts bouncing on the ropes. He takes a White with a hurricane, sets him to the outside. Commander hits to the top rope, but White cuts him off. Excuse me. Commander moves up to the outside. White picks him up, drops him face as we go to pitcher-in-pitcher. We come back from pitcher-in-pitcher break. Their train slabs and chops into a Commander, bounce off the ropes to a penitent for a 2 count. Jay comes back with a clothesline. They hit to the top while Commander starts stretching Jay White's arm until White rakes him in the eyes. White gets into the outside, Commander runs the ropes and flips on the outside, and Sean Spears, who's watching from the crowd, holds up a 10 sign for the move. Then he falls over the shooting star press off the ropes for a 2 count. Commander falls off the springboard Phoenix Splash for another 2 count. White comes back with a cutthroat suplex, and then the Blade Runner to put away Commander at 10 minutes and 45 seconds. This was a fun little match. I give this one 6 out of 10. After the match, Juice Robinson goes on and drags Strawn into the ring as Bullet Club Gold starts attacking him. Then we hear the music of Rick Starks. He runs out, makes the save, lays out Juice with a spear as JY escapes, and Ricky Starks kept his glasses on while that. So I imagine we'll probably get in a tag match or a trios match. I imagine probably the next few weeks. But this was okay. The aftermath stuff. Then we go backstage. Renee Paquette try to get a word with the World Tag Team Champions FTR. In the back, but informs both of them that Mark Briscoe was attacked with footage of Briscoe talking to Mark Sterling before he was tagged by the varsity athletes and Trustbusters Slim J and Ari Daivari. FTR runs in the medical room, so you have to but Jay Lethal, Jeff Jarrett, Sonny Jet, and Sam Singh are there already. They start for who will get revenge for Mark. So FTR teams up with Jarrett and Lethal. They're going to first, but instead to go do it for Briscoe. They all shake hands and we leave. Then we get the face-to-face between Chris Jericho and Adam Cole. So Jericho makes his way down the ring first, and then Adam Cole falls. So Cole talks about he was inspired by Jericho, quoting his catchphrase. Cole talks about reading Jericho's book. And says someday he wants to be like him, finds his moment in the ring. Pretty darn cool. Cole says he respects Jericho as they shake hands. Jericho says he's been watching Cole's stuff lately. He has absolute zero respect for Cole. It's an arrogant son of a gun. Well, he said something else, but it's a PG show. Jericho says what Cole did with Keith Lee last week is unacceptable, and he's like he won't slap his dumb face right here, right now. Cole comes by and says the crowd thinks Jericho is a jagoff, which the crowd chant to it. Cole says that's the last time Jericho look in the mirror, and that's who the real Jericho is. Cole thinks the real Jericho is insecure, fickle, stupid idiot. Cole says Jericho wanted his attention, and now has, and now asks what? Asks now what? Jericho says Cole doesn't want to do anything with him. If he's smart, he'll turn around and leave the ring. Jericho pushes Cole, then starts attacking him in the corner before Daniel Garcia makes the save for Jericho. Britt Baker runs out, pushes Jericho before slapping him. Also, the Outcast show under the ring tag Breaker. They handcuff Cole to the rope. Technically, they didn't, but whatever. And they keep tagging Breaker and Jericho hitting a candlestick. Cole dares Jericho to hit him, but instead gives the candlestick to Saraya, who tags Breaker with it repeatedly as Breaker yells for Austin. That is Adam Cole's real name. So Jericho, Garcia, and the Outcast all leave. I didn't mind this segment, so it was okay, but just a few nips. They didn't really handcuff Adam Cole to the ropes, so that was kind of a botch there. I didn't actually see it till the next day on social media. And I like I get you want to be safe, but like you gotta lay those candlestick shots in a little bit better. I'm sorry, but like same with the women's title. I mean, don't like give them catch or anything, just hit them a little harder, but that's just me nitpicking. So I wonder if I think the Outcast replaced TJ, I think, but honestly, Jericho Bridge do not need any more members of the group. Do we see a backstage video of the Hardys, Isaiah Cassie, and FTW Jim Hook, who talk about them now being in charge and tells everybody to keep their phones on in charge for the date of the firm deletion match. Jeff says he'll speak on Rampage. It's supposed to be, he said Friday, but it's on Saturday for the first time. It'll be there at B Triangle. So when we came back for break, we see Britt Baker getting helped to the back by Adam Cole and the medical team. As we go to our trios match, Jake Hager, Matt Menard, Andrew Park, JAS. Go gets the Acclaim, Anthony Butts, Matt Caster, team with Billy Gunn. So JAS wins the Acclaim, and Billy Gunn must join until Double or Nothing, and also they can't scissor or rap that whole time. So both teams start brawling for the bell ring, so Max Caster and Andrew Parker are in the ring, as Anthony Bones hits the Scissor Me Timbers. The Acclaim and Billy Gunn follow this by scissoring as we go to pitcher and pitcher. We come back from break, Billy Gunn is in control until Bones and Matt Menard go at him. Parker takes a Bones with his knife comb thingamajigger. As referee strike, but Bones kicks out two. Parker takes out Jake Hager by accident with the comb before Billy Gunn takes it and breaks it. Bones takes out Parker with the wrong, followed by the arrival, and a Mask Caster comes up the top rope with the mic drop for the win at 6 minutes and 17 seconds. I didn't care for this match at all. I give this one 2 out of 10. But since Gunn and the Acclaim won, they didn't have to join JAS. Thank God. And then we go to our main event, the semi-final match of the Four Pillars tournament. Sammy Guevara goes well with Jungle Boy Jack Perry. So Perry sends Guevara into the back. but Guevara comes right back when they find the apron. Perry takes Guevara to the outside with a hurricane. Back inside the ring, Guevara hits a top row Spanish fly, and both guys laid out. They find the apron until Jungle Boy hits the Spanish fly on the outside as we go to a commercial break. When we come back from break, Perry's in control, takes Guevara down a clothesline. Perry comes on the top row and hits Canadian Destroyer for a 2 count. Guevara hits the top row, Mr. Shootstar Press. He comes out with a cutter and playing DDT, which he got that from Koro Suzuki, who was a wrestler in Japan. Basically, it was like a bear and hammer turned to a DDT. Guevara goes to GTH with Perry versus a Poison Rana. Guevara comes out with Poison Rana of his own before Perry hits a rolling elbow as they're both laid out. They go back and forth before Perry is able to put in a snare trap. But Guevara crawls over and reaches the bottom rope. They hit to the top rope and Guevara drop kicks Perry's, and he crashes to the ringside table. Perry's about to get counted, and he gets in a 9. Guevara distracts Ray. MJF shows up from underground and knocks him out with a diamond ring. So Guevara tells the ref to keep count, and he does, and he gets counted out. So Sammy Guevara gets the win at 11 minutes and 38 seconds. So he will face Darby Allin in the finals next week. Overall, I actually liked it. I give this one 7 out of 10. And then after the match, Sammy Guevara and MJF embrace, and then they go over the top of their celebration as Darby Allin's watching from the Raptors to close out Dynamite. Overall, not a bad episode. I'd probably give this one 6 out of 10 overall score. And for the matches, I say check out the opening match, White versus Commander, and then the main event. That's the only 3 I recommend checking out. And also, I say check out all the matches for the trios match. That's the only one I say skip. But there's no Rampage tonight. It'll be on tomorrow at 10 o'clock Eastern. So the matches, we have for the AAA Mega title, the Champion El Hijo de Vikingo defends Joe Estico, John Moxley versus Christopher Daniels, Julia Hart versus Kiera Hogan, and 8-man tag team action. We got AEW World Tag Champs, FTR, Dax Hell, and Cash Wheeler, Team Jeff Jarrett, and Jay Lethal to go against the Farsi athletes, Josh Wish, Tony Nese, and the Trustbusters, Ari Daivari, and Slim J. There's nothing else for Dark Elevation. I don't know what's going on. I know they used to tape them before Dynamite, but now with Ring of Honor back, it looks like they're doing that now, so they'll probably do some from the Orlando taping, so I don't know what's going on with that. But for Dynamite next week, so far, we have the finals of the 4 Pillars tournament. Sammy Guevara versus Darby Allin. The winner goes to Double or Nothing challenge MJF for the world title. And Jay Cargo defends the TBS title against Taya Valkyrie. So that's the AEW stuff. Now I'll run down the Ring of Honor card right quick. So episode 8. That was last night, Thursday, April 12th. So we had 11 matches here. So the opening match, Kingdom, Matt Taven, Mike Bennett, defeating Ashley Andrade and Darius Martin, 6 minutes, 16 seconds. Will Knight could defeat Rob Renegade, 4 minutes and 53 seconds. Lance Archer defeat Josh C at minute 59. 6-man tag team champion Brian Cage defeat Joey Jet, 5 minutes and 9 seconds. And a Proven Grandmaster Women's Champion at the end defeating Heather Reckless, 2 minutes and 48 seconds. And tag team match in the Dark Horse, Alex Reynolds and John Silver defeating Cole Carter and Lee Johnson, 6 minutes and 8 seconds. One half of the Ring of Honor World Tag Team Champions, Pentagon Jr. defeated Nick Comoroto, 5 minutes and 37 seconds. Tino's Kid to Catch defeated Lee Moriarty, 12 minutes and 42 seconds. El Hijo de Vikingo defeating Grand K Loco, 12 minutes and 19 seconds. Tag team match with Arms Savages, Boulder and Bronson defeating Logan Lynch and Ren Jones, 2 minutes and 19 seconds. In the main event for the TV title, Samoa Joe retains against Colt Cabana, 5 minutes 41 seconds. And then next week, I'll run down the cover. This is episode 9. And another program match, which I think it goes with Lady Frost, Liv Faction, and Canales, Preston Fans, and Roosh go against the Infantry, Carly Brow, and Sean Dean. Best Friends, Chuck Taylor, and Trent Beretta go against Joe Osaso and another person. 6-man tag champ Brian Cage versus Leon Ruffin. Sky Blue versus Diamante. Evil Uno and Stu Grazer of Dark Order go against the Trustbusters, GSK, and Sunny Kiss. Lee Moriarty goes with Rocky Romero, and Blake Christian goes with Grand K Loco. So that is the AEW Weekly Wrap-Up. I'm your host, Ethan Black. I'll be back next week. Have a good weekend, guys, and stay safe.
Thanks for listening to the WWE Podcast. Don't forget to subscribe on your favorite podcast app so you don't miss a show, or head to WWEpodcast.com. And for all of these shows ad-free, head over to patreon.com/WWE Podcast. Until then, we'll see you next time.